It's all out there. But clearly, Scripture separates these two things and says there is a fall of man that we're all born into, but it doesn't mean as soon as we come out of the womb we have demons, although that could be possible. And there are fallen angels / demons / unclean spirits / disembodied spirits of the Nephilim. There are these things. But they're two very separate, very different things. And I think that if we are going to be a teacher of the word, if we're going to be a steward of the manifold wisdom of God, then we should give a balanced message. We should give both sides of the coin, because you never can have a coin. You can never have a situation with only one side. Everything has two sides. And in the same way, I believe personally that we see in Scripture, sorry, I wasn't going to say that. I believe personally that we see both of these things in Scripture, and that that demons, unclean spirits, prey on our weaknesses and use those things as a doorway to get in so that they can live out their pleasures and control us. That's what I believe. And so it's a very mastermind plot, and it's a great plan, to be honest. Because if you think about it, for example, say you like to smoke weed, right? And so you start to grow this this idea or this pleasure to smoke weed or drink alcohol, and all of a sudden the demons, they realize that you're weak in this area, and so they use this as a doorway. They get you to smoke too much, or they get you to go too far. They get you to do something, and it opens a door for them to come in, right? Okay. At that point that they're in, you don't notice that they came in, maybe, but at that point, all of a sudden, the thing you found pleasure in is now become, there's two sides, again, of this. He who commits sin becomes a slave to sin, right? But in this aspect, the demons use it, and you don't even notice they're using it because you think you like it. And it's really driving, and they're trying to destroy you through it. So now this thing that you were weak in and you found pleasure in, they found a doorway to come in through this thing that we call sin or pleasure. And they found a doorway to come in, and now that they're in, they're using your weakness that you think you like to blind you to the fact that they're in, but they're using that weakness to drive you to a point so that they can kill you sometime or another, or they can put you in a bad situation for you to get hurt, or so that they can, so that Satan can finally have you and take you down to the pit with him, because he knows he's judged. And so his number one tool is to steal, kill, and destroy you. And he knows he can't dethrone Jesus, but he full on believes he can dethrone Jesus from your soul. He can get you to forfeit your salvation and turn your back on Christ if he can give you enough. And so, look at what he tempted Jesus with. He goes into the wilderness for 40 days, and what does he get tempted with? The lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life. It was what he could give him, And so I believe that these demons prey on our weaknesses to come in and disguise, and then they're masters at hiding, and they're using the weaknesses of your pleasure to get you to do these things, but maybe in a more aggressive way or whatever, and you don't even know that it's happening because you think that you just like these things because you always have, or you developed an interest in them in some way or another. And so this is what I specifically think. And so if a person is dealing with certain things, they might not even recognize they have a demon. But if I come in because I'm aware of this and I speak directly to that thing, it will begin to respond again, right? But in the aspect of the difference, there is a difference. Not everything is demonic. But not everything's a work of the flesh. Some things are very demonic. And believe me, I cast out demons. I heal the sick. I preach the gospel. I go out on the street. I've given my life. I don't have anything else to do. I died 11 years ago, and I want to dedicate my life wholly and completely to doing the will of Christ. I want God to say when I stand before him, good and faithful servant, I gave you one and you gained one more, or I gave you two, whatever he gives me. I just want to be faithful with it. And so, just, we should draw a clear picture between the works of the flesh and demons. Like, we just should. The Bible talks about both of those things.